Well, Act 2 is here, and well, I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet because I really want to farm these again. So, what we need to do is, to acquire these 3 weapons, commonly is either through the tonic system, which if you need a recap, you would need to craft 10 of the green tonic, and then 5 of the blue tonics for each kind you're looking for in the Tomb of the Elders category. Or also, Tomb of Elders is a preferable alternative as well for these weapons. And without wasting more time, we have Noxious Veriver, Gridskipper, and Scavengers Fate. And starting out is Noxious Veriver, because, well, this is a simple arc weapon, but honestly, I feel like this is definitely going to be probably the most popular pick, or second most popular pick as well. And well, first off, we got loose change for, like, easy stats with your debuffs, especially with synergies with a perk here later discussing, to the pain for PvP and or PvE, because it's just free stats for damage. Thresh is just super spam. Unrelenting is easy health. Attrition Orbs is great to see in this column. I'm liking this column a lot more for Attrition Orbs, because it's definitely not competing with a lot more options. And or you also have Pugilist for melee spams, and or Heating Up for just simply statistics and or PvP usage really. Along with the 4th column option simply being, well, Jolting Feedback is a godsend here because it's the same perk that I like on Vantage Point, being free jolt on everything, except also on an SMG, so it's a lot faster to apply. Target Lock is kind of in a neutered state for SMGs, but I feel like you could definitely huff Copium with this one. Frenzy is just overall good stats. Redirection's weird. I just don't like it. Vorpal Weapon's kind of an oddball option here, because I feel like this is not really going to be good for the most part, because there's no SMG champion mods. Desperate Measures is simply just effective, and same thing with Rampage. They're both effective for the same reasons, but slightly different as well. Personally, I have a Thresh Jolting Feedback, but I am probably going to be hunting for either Unrelenting and or Pugilist with Jolting Feedback, because that is the most effective as I can see here. And what time for the weapon I am just going to say is going to be the most hunted this year, act. And that being Gridskipper. Because it gets simple rolls, but they are highly effective here. We get, in the 3rd column, either for PvP at least, you get Killing Wind, Lone Wolf, Zen Moment, and Perpetual Motion. Killing Wind gets you some easy range, Lone Wolf makes it more usable, Zen Moment makes it easy to control, and Perpetual Motion is just free stats. And for PvE, you'll have Repulsor Brace and or Demolitionist. Demolitionist is your good grenade perk, and Repulsor Brace is Repulsor Brace. It's good for things for Void, but you really have to build into Void. And following that comes the 4th column, which, well, almost everything here can work effectively. We got, for the likes of PvP at least, we got probably either Headseeker or Emerald Capacitor, really. And or also Multi-Kill Clip I'm seeing here as well, which could be interesting, but I feel like would be a more of a geared towards your 6s perk. So like Iron Banner, which is coming around soon. And then for PvE is everything else. Frenzy, Destabilizing Rounds, or Desperate Measures. Destabilizing Rounds is your Void Synergy, get that with Repulsor Brace, and you got an easy to go combo. Frenzy is easy stats and simple damage, and same thing with Desperate Measures, but you're getting a lot higher damage, but you have to keep the train going a lot longer. Personally, for me, it's going to be probably Demo Desperate and or probably Demo and Repulsor I feel like would be fun to try, especially with some prismatic ideas, but I'm not really, I'm definitely going to be hunting this thing, but it's not going to be at the top of my list, unlike a lot of people's. And following that comes Scavengers Fate, a Void Precision Frame Shotgun and the Pellet Precision Frames, to be exact. So, this is a Crucible Shotgun. So let's just get the obvious out of the way. Your perks on the 3rd column are Slide Shot, Perpetual Motion, and or Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf is your simple ADS stats, Perpetual Motion is handling, and Slide Shot is easier range. Take your pick. And in the 4th column is really 2 options here. One if you're crazy, the other is probably going to be everyone else's option. The simple option is going to be Closing Time, which is easy stats because you're going to get really low ammo anyway, so you might as well just play into it. And the second option for the Psychos is Harmony. I feel like Harmony could also play into effect here. Do I think it's going to be good? No, but I'm just pointing it out there for crazy people. And for PvE is, well, really much else here. Repulsor Brace and Dual Loader, really. And Slide Shot can also work, but you gotta be a little crazy for that one. And in the 4th column is simple. Repulsor Brace, Desperate Measures, Surrounded, or Frenzy. So basically everything else. I accidentally managed to get, I think it was Slight Shot Closing Time, which is funny, but at the same time, I'm probably just gonna go for something like, for PvE at least, probably Repulsor D-Stave, or just or probably Repulsor and Surrounded I think would be interesting to try. And well, that is the end of what I want to talk about. So, well, I'm going to quote the one YouTube analytics, being the 95% of people who watched my last videos are not subscribed, so if you can do that, that would be great, and it's always free, and you don't have to as well. You can always just unsubscribe later if either I'm not entertaining enough or anything else, because, well, it's not going to be that great. And also, I am going to be removing the personal Twitter link and probably replacing it with the Blue Skies link from now on, because I'm going to be honest, Twitter's a hell site. It's always been a hell site, so it's probably just better to move on from Twitter. So, other than that, all I really want to say is just thank you, really, for actually sitting here and watching this. Because we all know there's hundreds of videos probably already out on these weapons, if not more. So it's always nice to see some people just walk in here and just kind of just sit back and just let it happen, I guess. And the other reason as well is the world has kind of just had a lot going on as well. I've been unable to discuss that because, well, I just don't really want to. It's just like, all I'm going to say